This Lego set is $15 and there's one piece inside of it that costs more than the entire set. By the way, this is not an old Lego set. It's brand new for 2023. So I'm gonna build the set and find out why the piece costs so much. Let's do this. Okay, so this is the set. As you can see, it's Marvel and it's like a Thanos mech thing. The name of it is Thanos Mech Armor. So there's one thing in this that costs so much, and it's this little guy right here, the Infinity Gauntlet. If you haven't watched Marvel, it's just something that's really important to all the movies, and this thing costs a lot. And this set only being $15 is a dang good deal for that piece. Technically, all this other stuff is just free because of how much that piece costs. So yeah, it's a mech thing that is not in the movie whatsoever. It's just a random thing that Lego makes. But there's a lot of cool pieces in here. I've never seen like these joints and stuff. And his fingers, there's some interesting pieces. And then we can also find out why this piece costs so much in the first place. Let's crack it open. So it looks like the set opens with just a punch tab, so no tape needed. So punch it right here. There's some pieces in the way. There we go, there's the pieces. Wow. Oh, I was like gonna say, that's not very many pieces. There's another one in here. So 2 bags and then 2 loose pieces and then an instruction manual. So the instructions of the set are just like basically normal. What I did think was cool though is that there's a little Thanos that follows you along as you progress through the pages. It's kind of funny. But speaking of Lego instructions, you can go to brickstudios.store in your web browser and purchase some of my custom Lego instructions and help support the channel. All right, let's open the bags. So now with the pieces dumped out, we can take a closer look at some of the interesting pieces like the Infinity Gauntlet. So this is what it looks like. It's meant to go on a Thanos Big Fig, which is like a big minifigure. But in this set, there's just a Thanos minifigure. So it's really interesting how Lego makes a minifigure version of him and a Big Fig version of him. As you can tell, there's no stones inside of here. And that's because the stones are actually separate pieces. So technically, this is 7 pieces and all the stones are really interesting because they're like these little circle things and there's 4 stones in each. And these are one of the smallest Lego pieces I've ever seen. They are insanely small. Where's the stud? Why hasn't he got a stud? Here's a stud for comparison. So they are literally smaller than it. Okay, this is really stupid. I thought the legs hinged, but they're literally just this locked in position. So the legs and arms are just locked. These are the finger pieces for his hand. Also really weird. I've never seen this piece before. But enough of looking at pieces, let's build it. Okay, time to put Thanos in the mech. So he just goes right in there and sits in there, and then this, bloop, and he's missing one thing in his hand, which is what we are going to do right now. Okay, so to get the Infinity Stone out of these, I just pop it out, I think. It's a little harder than just popping it out. Oh, wow. That was a lot harder than I thought to get out. But then the orange one goes right here. Now we just got to do 5 more. I am inevitable. I don't know what he says. Inevitable. One final step. So this is what Thanos looks like finished. So as you can see, no posable legs or arms, kind of sucks. His arm's in a really weird position on this side because his arm should be facing out this way, like this side, but instead it's facing inward. And then he's got this sword thing up here and, you know, just basic mech stuff. He's got gold bars and stuff down here, which are pretty cool pieces, I gotta admit. But the one thing that costs a lot of money is this. Now we have 18 extra Infinity Stones too, so that's good.
Some of the guys use them as paperweights.
The only other extra pieces came with besides the Infinity Stones is 1 Technic pin. I thought it'd come with more, but it doesn't whatsoever. So Thanos can move on his waist and he moves right there at the hip on both legs and feet. And then up here, it's kind of the fist and then just those arms right there. And on this side, there's no posability except those fingers. So really basic movement. I wish the arms and legs moved. So let's go see how much this is and why it costs so much. So first off, I want to show you the average price. So to find that, just go Bricklink. It's usually a pretty good place to find anything Lego. Just go up here and search Infinity Gauntlet. As you can see, the cheapest one is $4.50, but right here includes 1 of each stone, not all of these things. Complete with extra stones, right there, $10. It's a little farther down. So as you can see, they get up even higher. Some are selling it for $30. There's also some on eBay and they're a whole different story. Right here is Thanos and the one we are looking at over here that came from an event calendar. And it's $40 for both of those. So that's pretty expensive. Yeah, this one is missing 1 stone and it's selling for $14 plus $4 shipping. So that is more than the set costs. And plus he sold it 10 times. So we can tell that people are actually buying this. So you can make a really good return on your investment with this Lego set, and it's just cool to have. Some of you are probably thinking, why did it get this expensive in the first place? And here's why. So the piece is so expensive because in the first wave of Lego sets that included it, all the different pieces to it were all separated in different sets. So all the different stones were all in different sets. And then the gauntlet was in a certain set. So you had to get every single one of those sets to make the complete gauntlet. And that was really expensive to get. I did the math and it would be $274.94 to get every single one of those sets back when they came out and get the Infinity Gauntlet. But now you can get them in a $15 Lego set. So as more people get this set, the price will probably drop down. But for right now, it's still a really expensive piece. The idea Lego had of putting all the stones in different sets, I think is kind of a cool idea just to get like those people that need to have that Infinity Gauntlet. Lego's making a lot more money if they really want it. So I think it's kind of a cool idea. But then again, it's also a ton of money to get that Infinity Gauntlet. But then a couple years later, you can get it right here in a $15 set.
A small price to pay for salvation.
Okay guys, that's it for the video. Let me know in the comments if you guys are planning on picking this up, because as soon as I saw it with the Infinity Gauntlet for such a cheap price, I really wanted it. So this might have enticed some of you guys to go out there and buy it. I think it's a really cool set, and it's definitely well worth your money. So if you want to check out any other of my Lego reviews, I'll have a link up here in the corner and down in the description. But as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. Let's put Thanos in. Boom. Wait, what the? Did I put him in wrong? How does this work? Does he sit in there? Okay, I'm officially stupid. I did the entire thing and I realized that I wasn't recording. So here we go again. Okay, I think the first one worked, Weston, when you're editing this. I mean the second one, whatever that one was.